It is 11:14 p.m. Your suit is laid out on the chair. Your folder is on the kitchen counter. You have rehearsed your opening line for tomorrow's interview 6 times in the bathroom mirror, and you finally feel something close to ready. Then you hear it. A cabinet door closing too hard. A long, theatrical sigh from the living room. Your partner walks in, eyes already wet, and says the words you have heard 100 times before. We need to talk. You tell yourself this is a coincidence. You tell yourself the timing is just bad luck, that they have been stressed too, and that you are being unfair for even noticing. But somewhere underneath, you already know. Because it happened the night before your sister's wedding. It happened the morning of your big presentation. It happened on the drive to your father's birthday dinner. This sudden shift has a clinical shape. It is a specific, calculated strategy. The pattern is too clean to be random. This perfectly timed chaos is a predictable mechanism designed specifically to put a thumbprint on your impending success. To understand how this works, we have to jump backward in the timeline to the exact moment you first shared your good news. Researchers who study the darker corners of personality attribute this behavior to vulnerable narcissism, a quieter variation of the trait defined by sulking, resentment, and a constant tally of perceived slights. These individuals believe they deserve the spotlight, but somewhere deep down, they harbor a heavy suspicion that they cannot actually earn it. This chart maps how envy splits into 2 distinct flavors. Benign envy lights a fire under a person and pushes them to work harder. Malicious envy, however, seeks the other person's downfall. So when you announce your win, something inside them tightens. You can see it happen in real time. A flicker. A small downturn at the corner of the mouth, right before the smile arrives. In that moment, their nervous system registers your upcoming milestone as a direct threat to their own status, a threat that must be neutralized. Why start a fight at 11 p.m. on the eve of the event instead of a random Tuesday afternoon? There is a clinical concept for this called the preemptive strike. Proximity to the event intentionally deprives you of recovery time. A fight on a Sunday before a Friday interview can be metabolized. A fight the night before is something you carry into the room with you. During the strike, the saboteur picks a topic that sounds reasonable on paper, an unreturned text or a perceived slight. When you respond, the script flips. They step into the role of the wounded party, and you stop being a person preparing for a big day. You become a person forced to spend crucial hours soothing them. Let's say you push through anyway. You give the presentation the next morning with your chest hollowed out and your voice slightly off, but you get the win. The playbook continues with the second wave. They minimize the win by finding a single flaw in your performance and circling it. They will say, "I am happy for you, but," and that one word will carry the weight of the entire sentence. The midnight strike weakens you, and the post-event minimization finishes the job. Together, these tactics guarantee that the saboteur successfully drains the joy out of your achievement, regardless of the actual outcome. After enough rounds of this, your nervous system learns. You stop being able to enjoy the lead-up to anything good. You get a job offer and your first thought is dread. You wonder how you are going to tell them. This follows the mechanics of classical conditioning, pioneered by Ivan Pavlov. But instead of a dog and a bell, it is your brain being trained to associate your own success with distressed anticipation. Naming this pattern is only the first move. The second is harder. You have to stop hoping that this time will be different. That hope keeps you returning to the kitchen at 11 p.m., ready to be drained, believing you can reason them into acting like an adult. You cannot reason someone out of a wound they have not agreed to look at. Protection requires a moat, a physical and digital barrier they cannot easily cross in the final 12 hours. If the interview is tomorrow, you sleep at a friend's place tonight. If the wedding is at noon, you get ready at the venue. You do not pick up the phone until it is over. Distance breaks the lever. You are finally reading the pattern in the language it was written in.